Alright then, I thank all of you who came for coming, and welcome you to the second session of my infiltrated campaign. And well, let's get into it. Last session, the unlikely group of 6 soldiers entered the conglomerate of the Green Sea, and has now spent the night in the Dawnbreak Inn, and after a good night's rest, maybe a bit later than they should, woken up, gotten down into the bar area, and gotten some breakfast. While Gildred already started munching on his bread in a corner alone. Most of you now woke up, and you believe it's time to either have breakfast or to have a group conversation or, plan something. How do you wish to start your day?
One thing is, Dapper's character sheet does not have spells listed.
Okay, then
So
I will send you a spell list immediately.
Thank you. Yeah. And I will go around to everyone and tell them that once you finish breakfast, please meet me at, assuming there's a neat place, or in the bar. Obvious to me.
Meet where? You cut off a little bit.
Well, I don't know how the exact, if there's like a couch somewhere we could meet there, or if not, in the
Like a lounge.
yeah, there if possible. Oh, I assume the DM is sending me something.
Alright.
So, is there a lounge area in this?
There is a inn in the bottom of the whole, well, there is like a area where you can have drinks and party a little, so I imagine you would be there and having your drinks and your talk there, I imagine.
I think
Tell everyone to go there once they're finished. Yeah. And once they're all there, I will...
Yeah, I want to go there with something like 13 drinks.
You know that is gonna cost you, right?
I know.
Alright. You buy 13 drinks for... Are they good drinks, or are they cheap drinks?
As long as it has alcohol.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say 15 silver.
Ooh, okay, let me...
You don't get the cheapest stuff, but you get something.
Okay, so... 13 silver you said?
Yeah, let's make it 10.
Okay. Ooh, okay.
Just to be nice.
Wait, so...
A gold.
Full gold, yeah.
I mean... Someone is partying today.
Yeah. It's written in my flows, so I need to do that, lower shit.
Can Gildred see this happening?
Yeah. I mean, you have a passive perception of 19.
So Gildred walks up to Mango, or what? Drogo was his name?
Drogo.
Drogo, and says, pointing to the drinks, "Are you having a party tonight?"
Actually, I'm more than a chill guy. I prefer to talk to party. So, if you want, we can have a little chat over a party.
I'm not a party sort of guy, but that's quite a lot for one.
I mean, you're talking about how much alcohol did they buy? Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah. You are sitting there with a bunch of drinks and, well...
I'm drinking it.
He starts
You know what?
pouring them in.
make a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
Okay. I know where it's going. Okay, so Constitution is +2. So it's a
Saving
D20.
throw?
Yeah,
Do you have proficiency in saving throws?
Yeah.
I do.
Then you can add +2
So it's +2.
or +4,
Yeah.
whatever you prefer.
18.
I mean, you're a regular drinker. Your liver can handle it for now.
Woo!
He's a functioning alcohol.
No, wait. I said at disadvantage. Plus one more.
Okay, so
As
it's
this is
still a
happening, Gildren will look at the innkeep and tell him, 1 glass of water, please.
Okay, so again, 9.
I mean, you're a bit tipsy.
Ooh.
You're not plastered, but you know, you're on the zone to make bad decision. Let's see that they don't get out of hand.
As real life, by the way.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So,
Gildren will look, ask, do you get this sort of folk often?
Yeah. I mean, even in real life, I do sometimes.
are you talking to the barkeep or?
Yeah, to the barkeep.
Oh.
And then I hand the glass of water to Rocco. You will need it later.
The Dragon Ball barkeep just nods. There are a lot of strange people here. I mean, live and let live, and I mean, it is money for me.
Well, good for you. Rocco, we need to go. Follow me.
Okay. But really slowly, please.
Gildren will take care so that Rocco doesn't fall over or anything like.
I mean, Drogo is not really drunk right now. He's just tipsy.
Yeah, you know.
Okay. So he'll just take care so that he doesn't like randomly get into a fight or something.
Ooh. You say this, no, pop it up. I want to fight. No. Okay, let's stay quiet.
Yeah.
Drogo, don't forget your cup of water.
Oh, yeah.
As
Stay hydrated, boys.
Alright. As time moves on, it gets a bit late, and also Kira shows up, and you know, it is time to act for the day. Time to make plans.
Did you all come to the lunch?
So I assume that Drogo and me would be on the lounge now.
I'm also gonna walk over slow.
Yeah. I assume everyone's on the lunch now, and I will start explaining what we're supposed to do. So I'm looking at the paper with the information, and I look around and I see I count 6 people. That's most of them. I'll start. So first assignment is easy. There is a guy that's been giving the law a bit of trouble, hiding out north, I hear. And our task is simple. Go and retrieve him. Alive or dead, preferably alive, of course. But you know. Yep, and we will get more details once we head to the Adventurers Guild, which we should now do. Unless anyone has anything urgent that they need to do, follow me, and I will stand up, look around, and then walk, heading towards the Adventurers Guild.
Alright.
Gildren stand up without saying anything and just go as well.
You will also just follow.
All of
I will
you.
walk beside Gildren and chat to him about how the journey went and whatnot. Skip over that if you want.
You slowly make your way toward the Adventurers Guild, not in too much of a haste today, but at a
Taking into
strong
the city,
pace.
yeah.
Taking in the city, but at a firm pace. At some point,
Did you sleep? Did you sleep well, Erevan?
Beds here are comfortable enough. Definitely way better than the cart. I was not ready for that. Anyway,
Well, I guess that it
Hopefully-
means getting shot at night. That's true.
yes, getting shot at night is not an experience I would like to repeat. I may have to. I doubt this will be a one-day sort of a job, but I don't know. If we're fast enough.
And to be honest, I'm quite surprised. Usually, from what has happened, I'd expect a little bit of a worse place to stay over. We got quite a nice inn. It even has a lounge. The barkeep, though, is a little bit weird, but I guess that there's quite a few adventurers passing through, and many people
I like
have
him.
interesting needs.
He's not the charismatic type, I don't think, but I admire. He's been, I assume, running a good inn.
Oh yeah, he's already.
Commendable.
Time moves on, and you finally reach the big arch, which is the door of the Adventurers Guild, and look upon it. And well, there is quite a bit of people there, but you would have expected it to be. You would have expected there to be more people, but it is fairly full. Still, not as many as you would have expected.
Is there an obvious place to go? Because I've never been here.
A main door, and right next to the
I
door
will-
seems to sit
I will very confidently walk in the main door, even though I have no clue what I'm doing.
roll deception.
Okay, that's. Let me get all my things. Sure. Yeah, 17. Oh wow. +4?
The Dragonborn secretary nods towards you and then goes back to his work without acknowledging you too much. As you enter the
Oh,
rustling midst of it.
and I will look towards her. We are here for a job.
You are here for a job. Alright, first time members or...
Yes.
Oh,
First time.
oh, interesting. Alright, then you will have to fill out a few papers, but it will take a short time. Give me just a moment. She gets up, digs around in her stuff, and then hands you a few papers as well as a few, well, pens. Alright, please fill that out. Name, what you are doing, what is your specialty, and just so there is safety around here. Also, you will have to fill out that you agree to the terms and services, and just a bit bureaucracy, as the bureaucrat demands.
Gildren reads through the whole terms and services.
I will aid in that. Let's split it in 2 halves. Maybe get it done in under a day.
Okay, you can make an
I'll get through
intelligence.
about 3 lines.
Okay, all of you can make an intelligence check to see how quickly you get through it. If you want to read it.
I will aid. I will aid Gilvin, not actually do.
I mean,
Work?
it takes you quite a bit of time to get through it, but you
Oh, please.
soon realize that it is less about well, screwing you over and more about preventing you from screwing others over. Rules like you take one job, you finish the job and go back to the guild, or fail the job and go back to the guild, say that you have the job done or haven't it not done yet, and take a new job, so that there are no double posting at each job. And it is a whole lot of rules that just boil down to be a good sport to your fellow adventurers and don't take a job together, so that there might not be any trouble with, well, splitting the coinage. Also, you will have to note down that you are one group, so you will get group rewards as a group, and if someone is missing, it is made clear that you are not to screw each other over. It's mainly a lot of that.
Once we're done
Also,
with it,
DM, I'd like to ask, do we like put our real character names in, or do we make up something?
I mean, it is said that you are supposed to put in your real characters' names, but you know,
I will put my real character.
it is
Same.
a crime to not do it. I imagine everyone puts in their real names.
It's only a crime if
Yeah,
they
yeah.
catch you, though.
I mean, what isn't a crime if they don't catch you?
Wait, that's coming from the paladin?
I like to think I didn't say that in character, but maybe I did.
Maybe he's a conquest paladin, you know?
I'm
Oathbreaker.
actually
Yeah.
Crown Paladin. Well, I guess I haven't. I'm not exact. I'm not lawful. I will say that.
As you fill out the papers and give them back, the Dragonborn nods towards you. Alright, just a quick introduction. When you want a job, you tell me the job, there you have a list of the jobs, and she points towards a big board where there are multiple of papers, one of which you already saw, which Erevan showed you, and you
We'll
know,
pick that one out.
Yeah.
Show it.
Are you sure? Or shouldn't we, like, agree to this together?
You can have a look at the stack if you want.
Would there be any other quests suitable to our party level at the moment? If children
There
just
are.
games them?
There are many quests. There are quests to, eradicate a few beasts around the farm, save a few goats from, beasts, and to, get in touch with a few farmers to get their slaves back into line, and there are many different jobs.
I'd say we save the goats.
We can argue about the quest next time. This time, I just want to get to the action. We've been traveling enough. I chose this quest from a couple that I looked through yesterday. This seemed like the most relevant to us, to our skill set, and to our power, if you will. We
Sounds
can
good.
Come back here later and have a look through the stack, and we can take turns deciding who would, if you want.
Alright, so you want this job?
Yes, I will hand it over to the secretary.
Oh, it's
Or-
catching the
or not.
thief. Yeah, right. That is a good one. Alright,
See a good paying job, take good paying job.
yeah, exactly. It was 50 gold, 25 if he is dead, yes. Alright, the following. When you say that you want this job, I will take it from the board, which means it will not be accessible to anyone else. If you fail this job, you come to me and you say that you failed it, and then I will put it up again. It works like that, so there are not competing adventurers, which means that the job will not be completed. Right. Basically just don't screw each other over, and 25 gold or 50 gold per person. Right, so you're a group of 6, so, we will
Sounds good.
account that. If less of you come back, there will be less of a reward, obviously, because per person, and yes,
We will try to not get anyone killed. Noted.
that is up to you. Anything else?
I assume the information of where we need to go and all that is in the paper
Oh.
stuff, or do I need to?
Yeah, right. Since you are first-time members, give me a moment. She rummages around in her stuff and finally takes out the map. Here, I will give that to you. It is a little, see it as a new member of the Adventurers Guild welcome present. Yes. If you look here, there's a small map of the surrounding area. And if you look here, the entrance to where you will find the thief is here. We believe he was actually kidnapped by some kind of feral goblin or goblin who had not had much training yet. So take care of that. And I believe I have heard that this whole complex where they fled to was an old laboratory of the conglomerate. So be prepared to find danger there. Although I guess that is suitable for every task we give out here. Be prepared to encounter danger. All right.
I will turn to the party and say, who's ready to kill some goblins?
All right.
Let's do it.
Never mind. Yeah, let's do it. Come on. Some more energy.
All right. I will put it in and. All right. Question: will you need transportation to get there?
We have... Yes, we will.
It will be about a day's march. However, if you take a cart, it will be significantly less.
Yes, we will take a car.
The guild provides carts to members of the guild for significantly less than they would pay otherwise. Because you are first-time members, you do not have the trust of the guild yet, so you will have to pay a higher amount, so 1 silver per person.
No big deal. No
I
big
will
deal.
rummage
We
my
do that,
pockets
I
and
think.
pay that.
What did you say, Mango?
I think no big deal. We can do that.
Alright, you can pay me here, then I will give you a check for that, and then you can ride the cart.
Say okay. So are we gonna do that?
Yes.
Yep.
So, she takes 6 silver from one person, or 1 silver from everyone?
Oh,
1 silver each.
yeah, one silver each.
Yeah.
Alright, she takes 1 silver each, then gives Erevan, who seems like the leader, a check for it. Head around to the back of the Adventurers Guild, then you will find the carts there. Just approach one of the carriages and they will get you there. One thing, you cannot approach the high prestige ones, you have to pick the copper carriages. They are labeled that way. Have a good time adventuring! And she goes back to her work.
Yeah, let's get to it, party. I will walk and do whatever she said to do.
Alright. You head around to the back of the Adventurers Guild and find the carts there. You approach one of the carriages, which is labeled as a copper carriage, and enter. A bit older guy nods towards you and heads off and rides you towards your destiny.
Did she give us the map of the surrounding area, or just?
Oh yes, she did give it to you.
I will. If we have time, I will spend some time copying.
All right, you copied the map. Is there anything else to do during this probably 3-hour ride?
Nah.
Nope.
Mango, make a constitution check.
Oh yeah, sure.
Did you drink the water that
Yeah,
Gil
I've done.
gave you?
Yeah.
Okay, then you get advantage.
So it's +4 and okay. Oh, 5.
Not
The-
a saving throw, but a natural one. No. I mean, the alcohol is starting to kick in like really hard.
Oh,
Well, he didn't have advantage.
Oh yeah, right. Roll the second one.
mm,
You feel the alcohol kick in, but
okay. Damn, son.
but after the 3 hours, you sober up and clear-minded again. As you then leave the carriage, you come up to a little what would be an outpost, but has long since been abandoned. And he points towards the outpost. Oh, you will find a hole which leads to the thing there. Do you need some rope, or do you have a way of getting in yourself? You will be going in through the roof.
If you have some free rope, I wouldn't say no.
Free rope I don't have, but I have a rope which you can buy from me.
Didn't we have a rope in our backpack.
I mean, look
a
up in
hamper
your
rope.
I know
inventory.
Dapper has a bit of rope. He doesn't say how much rope he has.
I have
I guess.
I assume it's 50 feet, right?
Yeah, 50 feet
Yeah.
per rope.
Yeah. Everyone
Yeah,
has
we
50
have, we have enough
Yeah.
rope.
Alright, the thing is, I will not here wait for you. If you make it out of here, go to the next town, village over there, and he points towards a general direction. Or find another village, and you will get a ride there from there to the Adventurers Guild back. Alright.
I will point.
Yes,
I will ask him to show him on the map if possible, and then I'll send him.
yeah, he shows you a few smaller villages on the map, and then heads off.
Well, Evan,
I will lead the way.
what's the exact goal here? Catch the thief? Do we know
Yes.
where he
Dead or
acts the
alive?
most? How much do we know about the thief?
We know that he was taken by goblins, and that we're supposed to take him from the goblins.
Do we know the race of the
Do we know the race of the thief?
You do. It is a human. You would probably know that. A human thief.
And we know that the place there is dangerous, but we also know that we specialize in dangerous places. Or at least I hope so. That's why we're doing the job. I will start tying the rope somewhere to lower myself down.
As you slowly make your way down the hole, I mean, everyone is making their way down the hole, right?
Yeah.
Alright. As you come down, you are entering a corridor. Okay, the thing is that once you can all see that very clearly, the corridor was very wide and sterile and very reminiscent of a laboratory. However, this thing was abandoned years ago, and now all the white walls, floor, and ceiling are now just covered in rot and dirt, and plants are starting to make their way up there, and it is very, well, dirty. In front of you there is a set of vines which cover the way into the front, and on the other side as well. On the floor, Gil notices that there are a few lines. A grey arrow showing you to the left side, and a red arrow showing you to the right.
Gil will point this out to Erevan. There's two arrows in the ground. A grey one, and a red one. What do you think that?
Means they're in a very weird place.
They are like markings, like you would imagine color codings in a laboratory.
Are they drawn? They were drawn before this collapsed. They're not drawn.
They actually, Artie would know that. He has worked in laboratories before, and yeah, I mean, those are color codings to like show the people where they have to go. Artie knows. You know what? Artie, make a intelligence check.
Sure.
Yeah, a 19 tells you the following. First of all, those are definitely color codings which are meant as a symbol to show everyone where their workplace is. You remember thinking back to the lab you worked in, the gray color coding was for a botanic garden. However, you also remember some other scientist talking to you about this color coding, and he said that this is so confusing to him, as in his place the gray color coding was for the bunk beds and stuff, and you get the sense that while you can rely on the color codings, if you don't know what the color codings mean, you will have trouble using them to your advantage.
Maybe there's a sign around us. Gildan will look if there's like a sign or something that would say where the colors.
Yeah, what happens if is there anything we can see at the end of the corridor? Or does it just turn or end into a door?
What do you say?
Like what happened? What can we see like in the corridor after the marking? Is there a door or?
On both sides are just vines that block your view for now.
Okay.
Also, something that Artie does definitely know. Those labs are not meant for personnel that are not meant to be there. So there is no need for any signs that say what means what.
Yeah, we'll go to one of the vines and try to see if I can push it open and look through it.
You go to the red or gray side?
I'll go to the gray side.
You go there and spread the vines apart, and it is a very long corridor leading, well, you can't really see what it leads to, but it is just a very long corridor, which is just...
We'll do the same to the red vines.
Same here.
Unless anyone says anything to the contrary, we're picking one at random and going there. Sure, I will take one of the silver coins.
What was the red colour used for in my lab?
In your lab, it was used for the energy production through magma. Magic production through magma. Magic energy production through magma. Yes.
Yeah, let's go there.
Yeah, I did the other scientist that had said it was different colours for his lab. Did he say what the red one was at his lab?
You are fairly certain that he did not have a magma generator in his lab, as yours was very close to a volcano, his was not.
Yeah, I'm just going to start heading towards the red side. I forget if that was left or right.
In the end, it doesn't matter, as this is just... So you head towards red.
Yes.
Gildren will try to be a little bit stealthy and
Do you all try to
Yeah,
move
hope the
stealthily,
word.
or...
Yeah, we'll go quietly.
Yeah.
Right. All of you make a stealth check. As a team.
Oh. I don't know which.
Mate, I've got a +6 on stealth. I need to do...
Natural 20, baby!
Ooh. You are critting my campaign to death, my guys.
Ah.
Alright.
Oh,
I mean, except of the crit, all of your rolls were kind of mediocre. I mean, except Artie, maybe. Who has the lowest score, by the way. Behind.
Me.
You. Alright. You head down the hallway stealthily. And at some point you reach a door. A big, heavy, white, well, once white metal door with a small box next to it.
I'd like to look in the box.
Is it an ornate box or a simple box?
It is a very simple white box with a blackish front. And as Artie tries to open it, he realizes that this is some kind of locking mechanism. A magical locking mechanism.
Okay.
Can I
And the door is
help
closed, I
and see if I can work out how it works?
will push it.
Roll investigation.
I will help with that.
Alright, at advantage. If you want, or both.
It might. Remind me how I do advantage.
2d20 K1. Keep one.
Investigation.
Yes. Yeah. It takes you a bit of time, but You soon figure out how that works. It's actually quite simple. You just have to press a button there, then something lights up, and then you have to draw a sign there, and every one of you make an intelligence check again, except Artie.
Natural 20, baby!
What the frick?
Someone is cheating.
He slept really well last night.
Wait, sorry, which roll?
Intelligence.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
I'm still drunk, I think.
no one except Gil has the slightest idea of how to open this door, even after Artie tries to explain it 3 times. However, Gil has an idea, tries it out, and both of you, for the next doors that you encounter which are done like this, you can open them without any problem. Artie can use an action to open such a door. Gil can
Artie,
use.
I have an idea. Let me help you and we shall open these doors. No.
Gil, you can open this door as a bonus action.
Sure.
You just
Okay.
find a new and improved way to open this door. Alright, you open this door.
Yep.
Yep.
I'll look.
Both of you open this door, and this door magically swings open. And as it swings open, you see 2 rusting metal towers next to the door. They were once smooth and white, but now they are just rusted and, well, 2 towers with a round tip.
Does Artie recognize them at all?
What did you say?
Does Artie recognize them at all?
Roll intelligence.
Can I help Artie with that? By saying...
Actually, I can cast Pass Without Trace.
You can do that.
Yeah, and
Alright.
Can be...
Last 1 hour.
21. Yeah, you know what those are. You know them like looking a bit differently, but those are definitely stationary defense devices. SDDs.
Yeah, if
Guys, nobody move a moment. Just stay still.
Also, I mean, there are many different ways to build these, but they need some ocular way to perceive an enemy or a foe, any kind of person. And you do not see an ocular device here, so either it's somewhere in this room, or they can see you.
How big is
Although you know that there are some which work with hearing as well. And some of that work with smell.
So what do they exactly do when we activate them?
I tell you what, I've got I'm gonna pull out a couple of ball bearings and using magical tinkering, I'm going to make them light and roll them into the room to see if anything happens.
As you've put light on them, is it magical, the light?
Yes.
As you light them up, roll them into the room, both of these rusting hulks start to move and turn around, and what you can see is now that in the front they have a long protrusion, like a spike, but you can't really see it properly. And they aim the spike towards the ball bearings, keep it at them for a short time, then go back to their original, position.
the spike hidden now, or
You can't see it from your position now.
That's pretty freaky, not gonna... Haven't seen anything like this since the demons attacked the capital.
And would I see in the brief moment I had to see it anywhere where you could deactivate the thing somehow?
Nope. At least not in a subtle manner. Blunt trauma is always a possibility, just saying.
I want to cast Unseen Servant as a ritual.
It takes you 10 minutes, but you can do that.
11. I have to cast it out of my spellbook.
Alright. 11 minutes.
While he does that, I'm gonna go see what's on the other very long corridor with grey thing. Since we have 10 minutes to come.
Gildren will go with you because I have the message spell, and if anything happens, I can message someone
Yeah.
from the.
You move
Artie will
down
stay
the...
at the first door.
Artie will do what?
I'm going to stay at the first door where we.
Alright. As Aravan as well as Gil walk down the hallway.
By the way, I'll
Yeah.
try to be stealthy again if
Alright.
the stealth roll doesn't count anymore. But if it counts, then I'm still happy to keep my nut.
You're going.
I mean, yeah, you are stealthy again, and Aravan is not stealthy again. You walk down the hallway, and you reach another door. The same one as before.
Shall I open it? Yes.
Sure. What could happen?
You take a bonus action, open the door.
Gildred does a mumbo jumbo to the door, and it opens like an automatic door.
As the door opens, the path splits into actually 5 different paths, which are all still grey, and lead into a few more doors. However, these doors are conventional, with simple locks, and while made of metal, still very simple, as you would know them.
Gildren will walk up to one of the doors and put his ear against the door and see if he can hear anything on the... I'll go to the one that's the most to the left.
I will go to the one that's most to the right.
Total silence for both of you.
And I'll continue going from door to door to see if I can hear anything on the other side.
Yeah, I mean, with your natural 18 all the ways, yeah, total silence on each door.
It's a 19, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Just total silence behind these doors.
I will make a gesture to knock on one of the doors and see if Gildren is okay with it.
Gildren hides behind. I guess that's how the doors are like. There are 5 corridors. Then I guess that there would be like a pillar that, or like a passage that has like a pillar that doesn't let you pass into each one of the corridors. So I'll hide behind something that allows me to see the door. That's all that I want to say.
All right. So what you have is basically a star, so to speak, and you can hide in one of the edges.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
All right. As you
I will
hide
give
there,
Gildren a thumbs up and knock on the center door.
And I'll prepare my crossbow to fire if anyone opens the...
roll a strength check.
Me?
Yeah.
That's not something I'm very good at. 3 or 2.
Hell yeah, man.
I'm just very nervous, and I don't even make contact with the door.
You knock against the door, and you heard your hand, but it was loud enough, and after the tone evaporates, it's just total silence again. Nothing.
Okay. I will try to open this, Gildren. Do we have enough time?
You can try.
I will message Artie and ask if the ritual has been.
I would say you still have like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay, then just
First,
open
I
the
will try to
door.
normally open the door.
I'll keep my crossbow
locked.
ready.
Which
I will
door
attempt
do you
to.
open? 1 to 5. Which door do you open?
The center one.
Okay, so number 3. It's locked.
Okay, I will attempt to pick that lock.
All right.
Do you have lockpicking
roll the
tools?
thieves tech. Thieves
Yes,
tools.
I'm a very, very normal paladin. Nothing to see here. Okay.
Gildren here is wondering how does his boss have a +7 on thieves.
It takes you a few moments, but then the door slowly swings open, and the first thing you see is sitting in front of you on a chair, a skeleton.
Is that the only thing there is in the room, or?
I mean, the skeleton is just the first thing that just pops into mind, into into your eyes.
I
But
will scan across the room. So,
well, in the back of the room there are a few lockers, and to the left and right are bunk beds, and there's a table in the middle, as well as a few more chairs, but all of them are empty.
I enter the room behind Erevan.
Something that you see is that this skeleton is holding onto something.
Erevan, the skeleton has something in his hands. And man, this place must be old. Skeleton.
I will scan around the room, make sure there's some traps.
Yeah,
or something.
I'll try to do the same.
No, you don't see anything.
Okay, I will
And
try to open the skeleton's arms.
Well, you don't really have to try. The skeleton
Yeah.
is more or less just falling apart, but you pick up a little pocket watch, and as you open it, there is a picture of a girl in there.
Why don't we just take out locked in here?
Have we seen the girl before somewhere, or is it just a random girl?
I mean, you have not seen that girl before.
I mean, I think that it was worth asking.
It was. You know nothing. I know everything.
How? Is it like a very old pocket watch that's rusted, or?
It's rusted, but on the other hand, it's gold, so it's not really rusted.
Yeah, I will take the pocket watch, show it to Gildren, and then just put it away on my pocket.
Shall we try another door? How does it look with that?
You want to send another message, and while you're doing that, I'll go pick the lock on the second door.
I cast message to Arti and ask if the ritual has.
Picking the lock did not take very long.
Arti, how's the? No, wait. Your character is Arti, right?
Yes.
I'm not confusing. Yeah, okay. No. Arti has the ritual been finished yet? You can reply to this message.
Somebody watched too much Critical Role.
Artie pokes Drogo and makes a sort of gesture as if to be like, "Are you ready yet?"
Am I?
Well, that didn't take very long, so maybe 3 more minutes.
A bit longer.
Three more minutes ish.
All right.
Don't be too long.
Which door do you pick?
Number 2.
Number 2. You open it. Well, yeah.
25.
Oh yeah. I mean, where did you roll? Ah, here. Okay. Yeah. Click, click.
Gildren is still very.
You open the door, and in there now you can see like 5 people. Well, 5 people, 5 skeletons around the table in the middle of the room. Well, it seems they had a drink before they went out.
Are they sitting around a table or something like that?
Yeah, and in the middle of the table, there lies a knife.
Gildren, were the doors locked from the outside or from the inside? Oh no, not the Gildren.
I mean, it is to open the door, not to see whether it was opened.
Yeah. We'll make another
Roll investigation.
Can I assist him?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you are trying to find that out, so sure. Investigation. Or both.
I don't know if my...
I mean, a 17 is very good. Yeah, from the inside.
Oh, so they... Something
They lock themselves in.
Yeah.
What's so horrific?
Going outside.
That you
have
lock
to go out
yourself.
on their own terms and not die.
Gildren will cast Mage Armor on himself. It lasts 8 hours, so why the hell?
Alright.
Good, let's rush back to the others.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. And Gildren will take a cloth from his bag and pocket the dagger and take it inside.
Very old but slightly rusted kitchen knife.
Wait, we left.
Alright, you are leaving, and as you come back to the rest of the group, the ritual is over, and there are still the 2 STDs.
And you
Hey, we
see,
found some bedrooms back there. I think this is the. I'm just informing the party of what we found.
Something freaky is going on. All of the doors that we tried were locked, and they were apparently locked from the inside.
interesting.
And there were
Probably means
there
they
were
killed
bodies
themselves with it.
inside of the room.
And I hold my hand out before me like a puppeteer, and there's nothing hanging from it.
Okay. Do your thing.
I send my unseen servant into the room and see if what happens.
Nothing.
Okay.
Your unseen servant is invisible.
Does it make a noise?
Your unseen servant?
That's a good question.
I think it only makes a noise when you tell him to make it.
Yeah. Invisible, mindless, shapeless force that performs simple tasks at your command. It's a force, it's not a being.
What do you tell it to do?
Just come back and like take some cloth or something
It takes some cloth.
and put it over the spike. On both of them.
I mean, can you see what it, can you see through its eyes? Probably not, right?
Nope.
No. Alright.
You could
It's-
just tell it to do something, right? And it
Yep.
doesn't. You don't. Do you have
Simple
the command
tasks.
exactly?
Yeah, I mean, it does that.
Do you
You
have
wanna
more
try
of
the ball
those?
bearing again?
Of course, yes. Light up another
like-
ball bearing and roll it into the room.
Again, the same thing happens. The SDVs turn towards it, and then as they roll on, revert back into their position.
Should I send Fluffy in? The dog.
How resistant is he?
Pretty. Is
I
Sure.
mean, in worst case, those things come to life and attack us as well.
yeah. I mean, is that, or do we want to go back to your skeleton?
I mean, there is still 3 more rooms on the other corridor that we can see,
Yeah.
and maybe after that we'll have a better idea what to do with the.
If I were to guess, I
Golems.
would say that was a dead end, but we can certainly try. We're not constrained for time. We even found some nice beds to lie in there if we need to.
Let's try your other doors first, just in case.
Sure. I will lead the
Alright.
entire group back.
Alright. Which doors did you already open? 1 and 3, right?
2 and 3.
2 and 3, alright. Which door do you open next?
Now, Artie, look, this man is a god indoors.
I will go to door 1 and pick it open. Or try to.
Alright. Try to pick it open. 11.
Didn't do so well. I'm getting
You-
nervous with the pressure. No, it's fine.
Yeah. Roll a constitution save.
That's not something you want to hear. I don't think that's right. 15.
As you try to open the door, all of you hear a loud zap, and blue light fizzles around, and your whole body convulses as just lightning runs through your veins, and you can resist part of it, but you still take 3 points of lightning damage. Someone
Ow.
trapped this door. Someone did trap this door.
Was it a magical trap or?
It was a
Mechanical.
magic. I mean, the the lock basically got electrified, so you're not sure. It was not mechanical, but it was magical in some nature.
Could I have told? Could I tell if the other rooms were the other ones I already opened? If they were.
The other rooms were not protected like this, and you are opening one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe
the other doors were not protected in that way.
someone didn't want us to go in here, huh?
Seems like.
Yeah. Only for him. Only for him. Only he took the zip. Only he took the.
Maybe there's a key. Is there? There's a keyhole.
There is a keyhole which you tried to lockpick.
Okay, so I will go to the rooms we already opened. Yeah. I might have screwed it over with my attempt, but you can certainly try. And while he's doing that, I'll go investigate the other rooms, see if I can find a key of some sort.
I'll go around with Erevan.
Yep.
Yeah. 1d20 plus your lockpicking. I think you have proficiency plus your dex. If I'm not mistaken. Thieves' tools.
Yeah.
I mean, do you not have proficiency with thieves' tools?
I think you do.
It must stand in your character sheet. Give me a moment. Here. Under the tools and other proficiencies, brewer supplies, thieves' tools, cooks, utensils, dice.
You might want to write beside thieves' tools what your number is, so you don't have to calculate it every time.
Proficiency. 2. 18. Click, click, click. Yeah. You believe he made a simple mistake, which was a very sloppy mistake, which... As you open the door, it is not like the other rooms. It is not like the other quarters. This is a quarter from most likely a higher up.
Oh.
So
I mean,
It's still
Erevan
a
and me
dead end,
are at another
it is
door,
a
so
bit
we
more
wouldn't be
decorated
there.
door, but a more decorated sleeping quarter, but it is still a sleeping quarter with only 2 beds instead of the 8 that you saw before.
Okay. And I will search all of these rooms for anything of value or of interest, like keys, mostly.
Yeah, check them out
Make
too.
investigation.
90.
Just
Hmm?
nothing.
Okay. What you find is in a few places you find some spoiled and completely rotten and just not even food anymore. A few pocket watches, mirrors, little stuffs, little trinkets. A whole bunch of lab coats, and including the big higher up, a total of 10 gold in all rooms together.
I will keep that and split it with the party.
Right.
Should I add anything for the trinkets to my inventory, or they just worthless?
Mostly it's worthless. It's like little belongings, like little necklaces, little stuff that would fit like random laboratory workers, which are probably a bit antisocial.
Gildren will take one of the lab coats and say, maybe if the unseen servant wears this, and let's see if someone in a lab coat would get attacked by the.
How many lab coats is there in total? Enough for what, each one of them?
You opened 2 rooms of normal guys, so 2 times 8 probably a lot more. You will find
Okay.
a lot. I mean,
So we have at least 7 left. I'm not going to put them in my inventory. Enough
a
to
lot
know.
more than 7. If you wanted a lot more than 7.
And
Yeah, let's go try that idea.
Can I
And
check
there's-
if the codes are in any way magical?
Does someone have the identify spell?
I mean, isn't that what Arcana is for? Just if it's magical, not what magic it
Yeah.
is or anything.
Isn't that what is for?
Arcana, the skill. Arcana.
Oh yeah, okay, sure. Arcana. Go ahead.
Just not exactly what it is, but just if it's magical or not.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Roll for it. 13. You don't really find magic in here, but like traces of magic. It's strange.
Okay, so there has been magic around the codes, but not really the codes itself.
Yes.
Probably. Okay.
we also have 2 more rooms to check, by the way. So I'd recommend going and checking those out as well, since we're.
I will take the easy one, if you don't mind, Drago. You seem to be better at this lockpicking thing than me. So I will go to door 4? Yeah, door
Alright.
4.
Alright.
Which I'm hoping is the easier one, and attempt to pick it open.
Go ahead.
Damn.
It was the easy door. It was the easy.
Yeah, okay, I did.
No real problem there. You open it and again, 8 bunk beds, a table, a few chairs, and a whole lot of, well, oldness. Curiously, in this room there are no skeletons.
And I will go to the next door, and if Mango hasn't gone to it, I will. Yep. Should be. Yep, sure. You seem to be. I will quickly look at it, see if there's the same trapping device.
What do you want to do? Oh, you mean like the zap from earlier?
Oh, yeah.
You have no idea how to do that.
I mean,
Not
I
sure
would
how
know
to
how
check.
it fired, I assume, so
I
I
mean,
might have
sure.
a chance at that.
I would know how they work roughly with my background.
Oh,
No, not really. You didn't really work in a lab of this kind. You were more like magic.
Yeah, but it's magic.
I mean, you were like... You worked like in a different kind of magic. You were like in the... You didn't create magical devices, so to speak. Artie would be the one with the correct background, so to speak.
Does he have any idea?
It is probably a thing if you hit a box or hit a fuse or something that will send
it's
out
inside.
a electrical shock and zap you
Within the lock.
within the lock.
okay. So there wouldn't be any... Fine, just pick it.
If you want to, you can make an insight check, Artie.
It's fine. Or not
Insight.
the investigation or something like that. Oh, good.
Artie can make an insight check.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, nothing. I mean, do you want to open the last door?
Yeah,
The
just
last
open
door?
it. It's only a slight shock. Shouldn't be weird.
Is it possible to take the front of the lock off without unlocking?
That's not a thing I've been taught to do.
That would be a very...
Oh, you cut out.
Yeah.
Hello? Okay, now it's
Yeah,
working
now-
again.
Yeah.
It would be a very time-consuming endeavor, but you could try it. So lockpicking or opening it, taking off the front. Lockpicking? Alright, lockpick.
Sure.
Easy, quick, without any pressure. Ah. Yeah, easy, just easy. And again, just some quarters with random scientists, you believe.
Nothing of interest either.
No.
Well, we have one path, guys.
Well, I guess that we'll have to return then.
We do
Was
have
that
lab
all
coats now,
the room?
so there's that. Yep, that's all the rooms.
Also, something obvious is that you also know now, well, what grey means.
Or assume what grey means.
Bunks. Living quarters.
So it would seem.
How long does
Red
serve?
means death by robot.
Hmm?
Red means death by robot.
Who knows?
Roughly.
I like your idea about the lab coat and the unseen servant. I do think we should try that now.
Alright.
So I guess that we'll return to the robots and try the lab coat with the unseen.
Alright, so you put the lab coat on the unseen servant and move him into the well, in front of those STDs.
Into the kill zone.
You're trying that?
Yeah.
Alright. As the now floating lab coats move into the line of fire, the STDs move up. Take a few moments to scan the target. And then the what did you put over the spikes?
Some cloth, just so.
And then the cloth gets ripped apart as needles fly against the floating lab coat. And does the unseen servant have an AC?
10.
10? Alright. Yeah. It hits.
Then it's dead.
It has
It has 1 HP.
Ooh, boy.
Oh, phew.
So
I
that
mean,
won't work.
okay, no, not really.
They have -1 to damage. They have -1 to damage.
They fire and and the unseen servant is gone.
Edovan, we found a pendant, a pocket watch on one of the rooms with a picture. Does anyone have an illusion spell?
No.
Do you want to? We don't have enough.
I mean, what we could try to do is maybe send an illusion of the girl that's in the pendant, see if the robots attack the girl.
Well, first send an illusion, see if they react to the illusion at all.
Oh, that's also true.
We can definitely try that. Minor illusion is a cantrip, so you can just do it however many times you want.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be like a girl, so it should be
Alright,
small enough.
I'll show you the pendant so you have an idea. Yeah.
So you are trying to make a girl appear that looks like the one in the pendant and move in front of the STDs.
You can't move it. You can only move it within 5 feet. Wait, can you change it at all? Then he can.
Actually, I think you need the illusion subclass for it.
Or maybe if anyone has silent image, that would work.
Yeah, silent image can do it. Yeah, minor illusion you can just create the static of.
Yeah.
I mean, we can see if that works.
What do you do?
Go for it.
Sure.
You just say it.
It's a cantrip.
You cast Minor Illusion and try to create a girl that is looking like the one in the pendant.
No, for minor illusion, you don't need to use any.
Minor
That's
Illusion was
it.
free.
Yeah.
So just do it, and the girl appears, and Turret's amateur hesitate a moment, and then you hear like a crackling voice which says, "Please give us your information. Who are you? Please give us your information. Or alarm will be sounded."
Does
The voice seems very crackly and
does the
well,
code have any name tags or anything like that?
actually, yes, they do.
Yeah, I will shout out one of those names.
Voice does not register.
I
Please
say
give
we
us
blow
your
them
name
up.
now, or you will be terminated.
Yeah, I will quickly rush to behind and see if I can find an opening to jam my rapier through any of it. Or
You are trying.
Yeah.
All right, make an attack roll.
that's where we're going.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
You're not Okay, you can do it first, and then everyone rolls initiative.
Okay, I wanted to cast. No, never mind. We have a surprise round?
Natural one. Great start.
You hit right into the side of it, and your rapier just.
I just
Clang,
indecisively look for a spot
Yeah.
and not actually do anything. 'cause I
All
can't
that?
find a spot. And now we roll initiative, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
16.
Got it.
4.
Is that for Dapper or? Oh, you roll for them, right? I will roll
I'm
for
rolling
Dapper.
for the SDDs.
How do I put messages on my rolls?
Hmm?
How can I
How
say
do-
something with my roll?
What do you mean say something with your roll?
I want to indicate that the second one is for Dapper, not for me.
Oh, right. You just say it, I guess.
Okay. Well, the second one is for Dapper if I can find his. Oh, even more confusing because we have the same initiative.
All right.
Can I change the order of those two?
So Dapper goes first.
Yeah. I would, yeah. I don't know if this will ever work, but Dapper will just quickly cast Sacred Flame at one of them.
Sure.
Let's make a Dexterity saving throw.
Three.
I have no. Well, 3 definitely fails. So that takes 1 point of damage. Something is something. Radiant is what matters.
Yeah, it starts glowing from the inside.
Yeah.
Like a little shimmer.
And Dapper says, "Are we doing this?" And yeah, that's his turn.
All right, who's next?
Do we want to go to the tabletop for this or staying?
And we will stay here. This is small enough.
Just two, yeah.
Yeah.
Here.
All right. Who is next? It was Mango. I think. I don't know. No, actually, Artie. Artie had a 20.
Yeah. Oh, okay. How close together are they? Are they within a 10-foot square?
Barely out of it. Oh no, actually Mango goes first. Right? No. What did you roll, Mango, for initiative? Right. Yeah. Yeah, Mango. Mango. Just take your turn. What do you do, Mango? Punch
Punch
it?
it to death. I'm sure that will work out perfectly. Are the towers stuck to the ground, or are
Yes,
they?
they are called SDDs, stationary defense devices. I mean, you would be close enough to get there in your movement, so just make your attack. Why dexterity? You have to choose a weapon, and then roll with that weapon. I guess you will. What do you want to attack with? Staff. All right, you hit. Yeah, you attack the first or second turret. Okay.
Yeah, I attacked the first one as well. Or Dapper attacked the first one.
All right. Yeah, now you can attack with your fist. If you want to do 2 strikes, you will have to say that first and pay an key point.
Also, your attack should be +6, not plus.
Hmm? Bonus action, you can use your fists, but you have to declare it if you want to hit twice with your fist, which costs a bonus, which costs a key point. Okay.
Your attack's plus is
+6, I guess. You have to look in your character sheet. There you have the weapon. Oh, it was +4. No, why +4?
+4 dexterity modifier?
But +2 proficiency?
Yeah.
No,
It's
you
6.
don't have.
It's 6.
No, you don't have proficiency on damage.
Yeah, on damage, not on
Wait,
damage.
but he didn't roll for.
D4 +4.
But you need to roll to hit first. D20 plus.
6.
Yeah. That was damage. You need to roll to attack first.
Yeah.
Yeah. D20 plus 6. All good. All good. We don't judge. You'll get better over time.
And yeah,
Feel yourself really judged.
Alright, that hits.
Wait, do we? Oh, I guess natural. As long as we don't roll a natural 1, we hit them.
No. Alright, it hits. Mango, go on. Roll damage now.
Wait, what did I?
Fist. 6 damage. Alright. With that, your turn is over? Alright. Who's next?
Me?
Alright, go on.
So I am going to cast catapult on one of the items, one of the ball bearings that I rolled into the room earlier.
Sure.
Fire it.
On which
Tower.
On which one?
The first one.
Alright.
It needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
12.
No. So it takes 3d8.
Yeah. The STD-1 just shatters as you hit it with the ball bearing.
Awesome. And then I'm going to tell Fluffy to go be near the other one and be ready to attack. Let's go.
When should it attack it?
If it attacks somebody else.
Alright. Who is next?
I have a 17 initiative.
Alright, then it's your turn.
Okay. I will brush the. No. I will just run up to the other one and try to see if I can have better luck stabbing it.
Alright, go ahead and stab it.
14.
You hit.
That's not. Okay. 11 damage.
11 damage. Yeah, that stab was successful.
Yeah. I don't know where it has openings, but if I find an opening, I just jam it straight through it.
Yeah. Actually, there is an opening where the spike is, so just above the spike, into it. Alright.
And rummage around, see if I can hit any
Yeah.
electrical wires, or I guess they wouldn't be electric. Any stuff.
Yeah. You hit some stuff, you believe. Alright, who's next?
I am.
Rolling a 10.
Alright.
I got a 16,
There we go.
so
Alright, then
I'm going to shoot it with my crossbow.
roll for attack. Yeah, that hits.
Oh, I should have 2 more damage to that, if that matters.
It's not that yet.
You don't add proficiency to damage, right?
No. Six. Yeah, and with that, the whole thing breaks down. The STD is done. So both turrets, both STDs are now destroyed.
I will keep
Gentlemen.
rummaging in there, see if I can break some more
Or
stuff.
at least non-functional.
I need to say I was much more scared than I had to be.
Well, the thing we were afraid of is the alarm sounding, which I think we didn't avoid. But
Can Gildren check out?
As you say that, you hear a loud cracking. As Artie, you would know it. It is the internal speakers turning on. Who are you and why are you here?
are you alive? Can you hear us?
Who do you think I am? Yes, I am alive.
I don't know
Why
who
is
you
everyone
are.
else dead?
Oh, this whole thing collapsed hundreds of years ago. Now leave me to be.
Well, we're looking for a certain person.
This person is not here. Now leave.
Do you happen to be a goblin?
Why would you ask that? No. Leave, I will turn the whole security thing against you.
Okay, we will leave. And I will start motioning towards the exit.
Thank you. As the speakers turn off again.
Are you sure about that, boss man? And Gildren just starts leaving as well.
I will say as low as I can. I don't know. Yeah, as low as I can. Just go with it. And I walk towards the first intersection. And just hide around the corner.
Is anyone else?
Wait. Just wait for 5 minutes or so. I don't know. I assume there weren't any obvious cameras through which he would be seeing us through, right?
No, not any obvious ones. And since we have a Mister with a 90, passive perception, no cameras. At least no obvious ones.
Just give it 5 minutes so that he thinks we're gone. And they will try to be very sneaky. You said you could cast Pass Without a Trace? That might be a good idea. I'd say to Drabble. I don't know if he said. I'm assuming.
Yeah, Drogo had said that earlier.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're all trying to hide. Please make all a... How's it called? A stealth check.
Are you casting Pass Without a Trace?
Mango. That costs 2 key points, I guess.
And it lasts 1 hour. Okay.
That's plus 10 to stealth, right?
Yes.
So I have a
Factor it into my
32 stealth.
By the way, you rolled in the wrong one, so yeah.
Oh,
So
well.
everyone gets plus how much?
10.
Plus 10.
I rolled before he said that, so but I can add it retract. Or do you want me to now make another stealth roll? I don't know.
No, it's okay. I mean, you rolled it
So I have a
well.
22.
That's 22. All right. All right.
And
You
we
wait
will
a few
make our way
moments.
back.
Fine, wherever he walks.
You wait a few moments, and you think you're sufficiently hidden, and you get out of your hiding spot. What do you do?
And we'll walk towards the room and see if there's anything
And
in that room.
as you walk towards the room and try to look around, we all now take a short break of 10 to 15 minutes.
Sounds good.
Right.
We'll leave real quick towards the toilet.
All right. See you in 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.